Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the City Update. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. On this week's episode, we are going to tell you a little bit about a brand new program that has been launched by our Danville Utilities Department here in the City of Danville. It is a residential energy efficiency rebate program. Now, many of you may be aware of the federal government rebate program that they offer that you can file on your taxes each and every year if you purchase an energy efficiency appliance. And also, maybe you're familiar with the state rebate program, but we are very excited. For the first time, we are offering a rebate program locally here for all of our Danville utility customers. Just an incentive. If you do go out and try to upgrade some of your appliances and equipment in your home, we're going to give you a little cash back in your pocket. So on today's show, we're going to give you a little bit more information about this program, where you can find an application, how you can apply, and a lot more insight into the program. So joining me today is our Key Accounts Manager for Danville Utilities, Nate Lewis. And Nate, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Mark. I'm glad to be here.
And I know you're very excited about this program. We've been working behind the scenes for quite some time to get this off the ground. So when did the program launch?
It officially launched on July 15.
Okay.
And what that means as far as launch goes is, we put out all the information on our website. The program's called Danville Utilities Home Save. Right. And like you said, it's a residential energy efficiency rebate program. And our July 15th launch date means that on or after the 15th, people that buy one of these qualifying appliances can get a rebate from us.
And there's quite a long list of appliances that you can purchase to take part in the rebate program. And we're going to touch on each one of those and the criteria that you have to meet to receive the rebate. But you've really set it up so that these citizens can really take part in the program relatively easy. We're going to give a lot of information to you today about the program, so I just want to let you know that you can log on to danvilleutilities.com. There's a link for the Home Save program on there. Give them all the information that they need about that. Is that correct?
That's right, and we also have a new website address, danvillehomesave.com.
Perfect. So that'll take you directly to the program.
Right to the program website.
So you don't even have to go to Danville Utilities.
Yeah.
Great.
Either one, but Danville Home Save, or you'll see Home Save all over the danvilleutilities.com too. So.
Great. And we've got an 800 number that individuals
right.
can call, and there's someone there that can answer. I think it's from monitor 9 to 5, and they can answer all the questions that you may have about the program.
That's right. 9 to 5 on weekdays. Just to make sure I have the 1-800 number right. It's toll free. It's 1-888-599-0450. So that's any questions our customers have about the rebate program. If they've submitted an application, they want to know approximately how long it's going to take to get the check, or anything, just call that 9 to 5. It's 1-888-599-0450.
And we'll have that number up throughout the show, so if our individuals watching at home can jot that down throughout the program. But now, who all can take part in the rebate program? Is it Danville Utility customers, any customers?
Pretty simply, yeah. It's all of our residential electric customers. So, so not just customers within the city limits, and not customers of electric, water, natural gas. You don't have to have all services. You just have to be a Danville Utilities electric customer residentially.
So if you get a bill at your home from Danville Utilities each month, then you're able to take part in the program.
That's right. As long as you get electricity from us, you can participate at your home.
Very good. Now, you did mention the July 15th date. So if I purchased an appliance on or after July 15th, I can submit an application.
That's right. As long as it's one of the qualifying appliances on our list, I know we'll go through those.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, we want to make it easy for everybody. So that was one of our biggest priorities, making it easy to submit an application and get a rebate check. So just as long as you get one of the things on the list on or after July 15th, you submit an application just like probably any other mail-in rebate that you've done before, just with proof of purchase and any required documentation that appliance needs, and it says so on the rebate application, and you should be good to go.
Great. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the application process. We've made it pretty simple for the customer. They can log on to homesave.com.
That's right.
And download the application.
They can, there's links for the application all over the new website. They just, you can download one and print it out and fill it out. You can submit it. Once you submit it, you can mail it in to our local address for the Home Safe program, or you can fax it to our fax number for the program, or you can email it. Just if you want to scan it back and email it, then you can do that too. So any way you want to submit the application, you can.
And now for our customers who may not have internet access or able to make it to the library, can they pick up an application somewhere in
Sure thing,
town?
yeah. Very, very shortly here, we're going to have applications at every store that the appliances are available here in town, or in the equipment. Also, very shortly, we're going to have applications and program materials, brochures and whatnot with local contractors. A big part of the program is heating and air tune-up service rebates, and also new heating and air equipment. So most of the contractors who want to participate in the program will have those applications just in their truck with them, so they can give you one if you're buy a qualifying new piece of equipment, and it'll probably help you fill it out.
So if you're in the market for a new piece of equipment, there will be applications around the city that you can find pretty
For
easily.
sure, yeah. That like I said, we want to make it easy for everybody, and I think a big part of making it easy is making it as accessible as possible.
Okay. Now, so say I head out tomorrow to purchase my new equipment. Is there a time frame from when I have to submit my application to receive a rebate?
Sure, and it shouldn't be a problem right now because the program's just launched, but it is 90 day. We do have a 90-day window, meaning if you buy the qualifying appliance or piece of equipment today, you just have to submit the application within basically 3 months from now, 90 days.
Okay, great. So if I'm making a list of what I really want to purchase, whether it be a Kenmore or the make and model, just add to that list, pick up my Danville Utilities Home Save application.
Sure thing,
there,
yeah.
So.
And as far as what qualifies and whatnot, I know we'll get more into that, but with appliances, most stores just look for that Energy Star label on clothes washers and refrigerators and whatnot.
We're going to let the viewers know exactly what they need to look for here on the second half of the show when we break down each of the appliances that are offered in the rebate program. So we talked about the timeline, the 90-day timeline. Now, is there a limit to the number of applications I can submit? Say buy a new washing machine and also a new refrigerator. Maybe I'm building a new home and I'm going to have a lot of energy efficiency appliances in the home. Can I submit more than one application?
Sure. I mean, you can, if you're buying more than one thing on the list at one time, you can submit one application and just check off what you bought that's eligible. Okay. Or if you want to submit more than one application, if you bought something now and then bought something else that's eligible, a month from now, you can submit as many applications as you want. We don't have a limit on how many items you can purchase. We want people to participate in the program. That's our goal. So the only limitation that is on the list is for our heating and air service tune-ups. Okay. A tune-up to your heat pump or to your AC system. You can only, and that's a $55 rebate. I know we'll get into that more, but you can only get one of those once every 3 years and be eligible for a rebate. Okay. Reason for that is, we want people to be able to maximize their energy efficiency on one of those tune-ups. And although you might need one more than once every 3 years with your system, if it's getting old, you really can only capture a lot of energy efficiency and a lot of money savings just from doing it about once every 3 years.
Very good. Well, now, as we look to the future with the program, and we really want people to cut down on their energy uses, because that is what drives your utility bill. And people see that increase in the utility bill certain times of year. It's because they're using more energy. Exactly. And a lot of these energy efficiency appliances, some of them can cut that utility bill pretty significantly.
Absolutely. I mean, especially, that's why we've put such a big focus on heat and air equipment, new high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioning systems, because heating and cooling in your home makes up about half of your utility bill, over the course of a year. Right. So that's the largest chunk of what you're paying for on your utility bill every month, So buying a new, more efficient system can cut that down dramatically. Right.
And that's the overall goal of the program. So we hope you take part, especially if you're going out to purchase a new piece of equipment. why not get a little money back in your pocket?
That's what we're thinking. You know, for most people, it's tough to, if your system works, it's tough to just go buy a new one just because you want a new higher efficient model. But with a lot of folks, if your system's getting older,
right.
It's running you know, inefficiently, you're having to get it serviced a lot, like once or twice a year. It might be time to look into investing into a new system, or if unfortunately if a system breaks down, a heating and air system, you have to buy a new one. We want to encourage people to get that higher efficiency model to save money up front with the rebates, but also save money for, you know, the next 10 years on their utility bills.
And I did mention in my introduction about the rebate program that's offered by the state, and of course the tax credits that you can receive from the federal government each and every year on your income tax returns. Are you still available to receive those rebates and our rebate as well?
Yes, that's the best part as far as I'm concerned. We've set up our rebates to kind of mirror the requirements for the state from the Virginia Energy Office, the state rebate, and also the Energy Star federal tax credits as well. So if you buy a qualifying a heating and air system that from our list, you also qualify for the state rebate and the tax credit, so you can get, you know, over $1,000 of a system paid for by stacking up rebates.
Great.
So on our website, danvillehomesave.com, I also have links to the state rebate and also the federal Energy Star tax credit. So it makes it easy to get all three.
Right. Well, now that we've kind of piqued the interest of our viewers who may be going out to purchase some new equipment, tell me a little bit about the application. I was just looking here at some of the information that they would need when they go to fill out an application. And basically, as you mentioned, you'll just need your customer number for Danville Utilities, but also you need your primary heat source, your water heater fuel, whether that's electric, natural gas, or propane, your cooling source, and that's about the only other things that really stand out to me. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, but those primary heating sources, some people who may be moving into a new home need to kind of get an update on their heating and cooling source. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to show the application on the screen.
Yeah.
But you know, your first step is just filling in your information. You know, your name, address, your Danville Utilities account number, and then we do have some questions just about household information.
Right.
All that is optional as far as, you know, your primary heat source, water heater fuel.
Great.
You don't have to put any of that if you don't want to.
Okay, great.
But it helps us out as far as in the future. You know, if we're seeing that you know, a lot of people have you know, a different heat source like a natural gas furnace, and may be interested in those type of rebates or whatnot, then, you know, we want this program to last a good while. So we want, you know, if we want to add more measures or more equipment that are eligible for rebates, that helps us out to know what types of things to add.
All right, very good. Well, Nate, we're going to take a quick break, and now that we've learned a little bit more about the program and how you can apply, we want to talk about some of the items that are available to receive a rebate on. And as I mentioned already in the first half of the show, there are quite a few items that they can take advantage of within this rebate program. So when we come back from break, we're going to break down each one of those items. Some of them have a couple of different tiers when you come to HVAC units and things of that nature. So we'll explain that and a lot more when we come back from break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I love the scenery at Virginia State Parks.
I love the water at Virginia State Parks.
We love hiking in Virginia State Parks.
I love history in Virginia State Parks.
We love camping at Virginia State Park.
I love
Virginia State Parks.
I'm Bob McDonald, and I love Virginia State Park.
Find something you love in a Virginia State Park.
Last year, North American gardeners donated over 1.4 million pounds of food to feed the hungry. That's over 1 million meals that a government agency won't have to provide. It's so easy to plan a row to feed the hungry. Unfortunately, it's also easy to find an organization or an individual that needs that extra food.
Thank you very much.
Won't you please join the Garden Writers of America and your fellow gardeners and plant an extra row in your garden to feed the hungry? It's so easy.
Well, welcome back to this week's edition of the City Update. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. My guest this week is Nate Lewis, who is our Key Accounts Manager for Danville Utilities, and we are discussing a brand new residential energy efficiency rebate program called Home Save that we've launched here in the City of Danville, putting a little money back in your pocket when you go purchase a new energy efficiency appliance for your home, upgrading some of that so you can save money on your energy bill and get a little money in return as well. So Nate, we talked a little bit about the application process in the first half of the show, but now I kind of want to break down some of the items that are available in this rebate program if you go to purchase one. And the first one I think that's on the list is a clothes washer, and that's going to be available for a $50 rebate.
That's right.
And is there a certain criteria for the type of clothes washer that you have to purchase when you go to receive this rebate?
No, the only criteria is it just has to be Energy Star rated.
Okay.
And you know, most new models that you'll find in an appliance retailer and you know the stores around town, you know the salespeople will be really knowledgeable about what is Energy Star and what's not.
Okay,
if you're not familiar with what Energy Star is, it's just it's usually a blue little label that says energy and has a little star logo there.
Okay.
And you know, as you go through Sears, Home Depot, Lowe's, any of the stores in town, you know, when you're looking and shopping for a new clothes washer, you know, they're usually the front load washers.
Okay.
They don't.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is it front load or? Because I know most of the new energy efficients are front load.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but most are, and that's what most folks prefer. You know, they use for Energy Star clothes washers. It's you get benefits like threefold because you know it uses less water for one to wash your clothes, which you know it saves on heating the water electrically,
right.
And also you know just on your water cost.
Okay.
It you know uses less energy while it's washing the clothes. That's two, and then three it removes the water, the moisture from the clothes better in its spin cycle before going to the dryer, so the dryer doesn't have to work as hard, doesn't have to dry your clothes as long, so you're saving money on your drying cost.
Right.
A lot of people have asked why aren't we including dryers too in the rebate program, and it's really because dryers aren't Energy Star rated. And a lot of times you can get a washer and dryer together, and the new dryers are more energy efficient than an old model, meaning that you know they have new technology like sensors and whatnot to know when the clothes are dry, so they don't over dry the clothes.
Yeah.
So that's more efficient, but the dryer itself is not Energy Star rated. So that's why we're just going with clothes washers.
Okay, great. Next on the list, I guess, are our high efficiency air conditioning units, and a pretty substantial rebate you can save here. I think there's two different tiers. You can save $145 on one and $250 on another. So I kind of want to explain the different tiers. In tier one, the $145 rebate. What's the difference there? Tier one.
I don't want to get into all the details and the specifications about where you have to have this efficiency rating here and whatnot.
Right.
But the tier one, the easiest way to look at it is if you're looking into buying a new system. It's the Energy Star rated central air conditioning unit, like the split system.
Okay.
That's what qualifies for tier one, and the tier one will also qualify you for the rebate from the state for central air units and for the Energy Star federal tax credit on a central air unit. So the tier one qualifies you for all the other rebates that we spoke of before. Tier one, to get a little bit into it, all heat pumps and central air systems have what's called a SEER rating. It's SEER. It's Seasonal Energy Efficiency Ratio. And for the tier one, it has to be 14.5 SEER, 14.5.
Okay.
Which, like I said, is the Energy Star rated. So, like I was saying before, your heating and air contractor that you're working through, if you need to buy a new system, they'll know the qualifications to qualify you for our rebate as well as the other rebates as far as the Tier 1 goes versus the Tier 2. So as long as you know it's the Energy Star rated system, you're good to go.
And the Tier 2 for the $250 rebate basically is just a higher SEER rating on that unit.
Exactly, right? Yeah, because for each number of SEER each SEER number that you go up, when purchasing a new system, that means it's going to run more efficiently and cost you less money to run. So the Tier 2 is 16 SEER.
All right.
It costs a bit more for each SEER number that you go up up front. But that's why we're giving the higher rebate, and it's going to save you more money down the road. So.
And you talked about combining the rebate with maybe the state program. Are we looking about the same sort of savings with the state program as well? So we're looking maybe a total of $300 for a Tier 1 new AC unit?
I don't have the state information in front of me, but actually for AC units that qualify for Tier 1 or Tier 2, it's $500 from the state right now.
Okay.
But those state rebates, if you need to act fast on those they're limited.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't even know how long they're going to be available. It's just till the state money runs out.
It's
so
not an ongoing program like ours.
It's not, but if you're looking for a system, now's the time to do it because this rebate's available, $500 from the state and the federal tax credit. So you can get well over $1,000.
And we're talking about these different SEER ratings, and all the information we are discussing is available on the website, danvillehomesave.com. So
That's
all
right.
that information is available there. The next item, I guess, on the list is a brand new heat pump, and there's a $350 rebate on a new heat pump. And these HVAC systems, they really can save you a lot of money on your energy bill. That's right.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, with heat pumps, it's kind of the same type of energy efficiency ratings and whatnot as the central air systems. It's just, with the heat pump, you're saving in the summer and the winter because it's more efficient to heat your home with a high efficiency heat pump and cool it as well, where the AC system you have to have a furnace or something or whatnot to heat your home in the winter. So with the heat pumps you're saving all year long with the high efficiency system. That's the good thing. The heat pumps are a bit more expensive than the central air system, so that's why we're giving the higher rebate for the 14.5 SEER model.
Right. Yeah. And there are some ratings that the heat pump has to meet, and you can log onto the website to find out about those different types of ratings.
That's right. It's the 14.5 SEER.
Okay.
The heat pump has a few more energy rating specifications, but once again, as long as it qualifies for Energy Star, you're good to go. It's the specifications that qualify for our program are the Energy Star heat pump specifications. So.
And whoever's installing these for you, they'll be able to assist you in filling out the paperwork and
exactly.
all of that,
They'll
right?
make sure that if you're buying a new heat pump, that it qualifies for Energy Star, so it qualifies for our program for the state rebate, which for heat pumps is $350.
Right.
As with ours as well, and for the Energy Star federal tax credit too, which you get when you file your taxes.
And you didn't mention this next one on the list earlier in the show, and that's the HVAC tune-ups that you need to receive. You said about every 3 years, and we're going to give a $55 rebate on those.
That's right. For the tune-up service, that's through heating and air contractor that many people that own a home or rent homes to folks probably have gotten their heating and air system tuned up several times, in the past years. But we're offering a rebate on that service. Now, not every heat pump or HVAC heat and air tune-up service is eligible.
Okay.
The contractor does have to fill out our HVAC, which stands for heating, ventilation, and cooling. They have to fill out our tune-up worksheet when they're doing the tune-up service, and that's available on the website as well. And soon our heating and air contractors in the area will have those worksheets to where they'll make sure that they're filled out, and they'll give it to the customer so they can turn it into us and get a rebate.
And I see where they have to be a program qualified contractor. Now, is there a list that our citizens can see to find out if their contractor is on that list?
We're actually having meetings here in the next just couple weeks to just sign up interested heat and air contractors to our program.
Okay.
And just give them all, like I was saying, give them those HVAC tune-up worksheets that you'll need to do to get the rebate. give them applications for the rebate program for Home Save, and brochures and whatnot. Tell them all about it, and then whoever's interested that signs up to be participate in our program will you can find them on our website too.
So when you go to purchase the equipment and you have it installed or want to get a tune-up, just give the 888 number a call and find out if your contractor's on that list. That'd be great.
I can give you that one more time. 1-888-599-0450.
Yep. Now, another one is attic insulation. I know this can save you a lot on your energy bills, and it was great to see that we're giving a rebate basically per square foot of insulation that you install. And I know we've talked about this. There are ratings for attic insulation. In certain areas of the country, they recommend a larger R rating, and that's basically, tell me a little bit about that. That's basically the amount that you install.
Sure. Insulation is measured by what's called R values, and the higher the R value, or it's just a number, the more effective your insulation is at keeping your heat inside, that you've paid for in the winter, and your cool air inside in the summer. Right. So yeah, like you're saying, we're giving rebates for attic insulation, and it's per square foot, that you install. So basically, just how many square feet are your attic. You can the rebates are available to people who install the installation themselves. If you buy the bags at our local home improvement store and go up in your attic and put them in yourself, or if a contractor does it for you. So
good. And the final thing I want to discuss before we wrap up on today's show for the rebates is your water heaters. There is a $25 rebate you can receive on water heaters?
There's a couple different rebates on water heaters, and we have a refrigerator rebate too.
Okay.
Energy Star refrigerator rebate, just like the clothes washer. Just about every refrigerator these days in that you look to buy is Energy Star rated. So that's $30 for a new refrigerator rebate. And then as far as we have two rebates for water heaters. One is if you're getting a new high efficiency electric water heater. It's $25. It's a $25 rebate for that, and then there's a new technology called a heat pump electric water heater that we're giving a $100 rebate for. Those are a bit more expensive up front, but they're the most efficient water heater that you can buy. Water heating is usually about the second most costly expense as far as your utility bill goes in your home. So having one of those that are, like I said, the most efficient water heater you can buy can save you hundreds of dollars a year. So,
well, a lot of items that our citizens and Danville utility customers can receive a rebate on. So be sure if you're heading out in the next few weeks to purchase an item, take a look at the list, DanvilleHomesave.com, to see what rebates you can take a part of. And this will be an ongoing program. So if you're not in the market in the next few weeks, if you're looking 6 to 8 months down the road, all of that information will be updated on the website, so you can take a little look at that. And Nate, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on today's show and discuss the new program and all the hard work that you've done behind the scenes to launch this new program. I think it'll be a great benefit to our customers. Is what we're trying to do. I guess the overall goal is to decrease the energy usage that our customers use, because that's what drives the bills. If you see an increase in your bill, you're using a little more energy, and hopefully if you install some of these energy efficiency appliances, you'll see a little drop in that utility bill.
Sure, that's our goal, is to help our customers save energy and money on their utility bills, have them be a little bit happier when their utility bill comes every month. I know no one's ever happy, but it's nice to see that you've used less and your utility bill ends up being less. So that's what we want to do with this rebate program, is help people save.
Right. Well, we're off to a great start, and we look to seeing it grow in the future. And again, feel free to call the 888 number that you see at the bottom of the screen if you have any questions about the program, or you can log on to the website, DanvilleHomesave.com.
Yeah, and also just look for rebate applications and brochures, at local stores here in the next few weeks and in the months ahead. You'll hear much more about the rebates for sure.
Right. Well, Nate, thanks again for coming on today's show. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
And thank you at home for watching. Until next week, have a great day.